we are back with the fabulous Doug Jones. So, Doug, let's talk a little bit more about how fabulous you are.
Well, there's a topic I know a lot about.
But, we talked about you have some Emmy considerations and nominations coming up.
Well, we can hope for it. We can always hope
They're
for
going to
it.
happen.
I've been very blessed that both CBS All Access and the FX Network have put me forward for a consideration ads.
And what different genres too?
You're right. Star Trek Discovery in the drama category for supporting actor, and
What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
For comedy.
Yeah, for
You're
comedy,
basically the Edie
for
Falco
guest role.
For guest role. You're the Edie Falco and Julia Dreyfus. Science fiction.
Now, in What We Do in the Shadows, I got to play a scraggly old vampire as well, very Nosferatu-like, but he's a Baron from the old world. I'm called Baron Afamas. Yes.
I love it.
So to continue with the Del Toro story, it was that what happened on Mimic was enough for him to remember me. Hellboy comes around and he's referred to me and he goes, "Oh my gosh, that guy, yes." So then we worked 3 months together with me playing Abe Sapien in the Hellboy movie.
Yeah.
And that established a relationship with director, actor on set in a working environment where we trust each other and got each other and had a shorthand developed. That happened, right? And that happened organically, naturally, as it should. Then Pan's Labyrinth comes along, and he writes the role of the Faun with me in mind, and the Pale Man with me in mind, which is so sweet, right? So then that offer comes with, again, no audition, just like a director sending you an email saying, "I want you to be in this movie." After that, we did Hellboy 2: The Golden Army. Not only did I reprise Abe Sapien, but I also the Angel of Death he wrote for me, and the Chamberlain he wrote for me. So it's like I'm doing 3 characters in this movie now.
Yes.
So the joke became like, how many characters can you play for Del Toro in one film? I went, 1, 2, 3.
Rolodex of
Right. So and then after Hellboy 2, he ended up tossing me in 2 ghost lady characters in Crimson Peak, and then of course The Shape of Water comes along, and he comes and he wrote that again with me in mind to play the Fishman in that.
How many eggs? I need to interrupt. How many eggs were involved? Like right in the egg.
How many eggs sacrificed their lives for that?
My sister was like, "We're gonna be matched." She's like, "You have to ask him."
And there was an egg connection in both Abe Sapien and the Shape of Water.
For anyone watching out there,
it's not the same character. I can answer that right now. Like, was it a prequel? Was it a sequel? Is it a thing? Is it an origin story? No. Completely different characters, different timelines, different creatures. But
so cool.
Del Toro likes his merman.
So you were just focused on the task at hand. And
eggs,
then it just
and eggs are symbolic of fertility.
Right, I was going to say rebirth and fertility.
Right. So it's a thing. Yeah,
that's so cool.
But so this world kind of grew itself, and one work begats work, and
yes.
And again, what you were saying before, you mentioned. If you're good at what you do, and if you show up and don't complain, actors have a tendency and a reputation.
There we go.
Yes.
Please talk.
For being like a bit diva-ish.
Oh my gosh.
We do. We have that reputation, and if you're putting stuff on somebody that creates discomfort, heat, weight, then you're going to get, this is terrible, get it off me.
So,
you're going to get those comments, right? If you're the guy or the lady who does not do that, they think you're exceptional. Oh my gosh, you're the nicest person ever.
And not only that, I think, and also because you're also clearly so passionate about what you do, that you're right, that not only were you someone who's not going to complain, but you were finding a vehicle. I mean, it really is such a skill to be able to manifest physically through all of that.
Yeah,
right?
Thank you. Yeah.
And you've had such a breadth, and I want to transition into asking, for so many people out there watching you have a cult following as well. I mean, so many genres, but as well as the movies Nosferatu, which is coming out.
Yes.
And
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which I've only heard about.
Right. Well, director David Lee Fisher approached me originally for The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which we did back in 2005, and that was a trailblazing filmmaking attempt, which was very successful. Old movie, 1922 or 1919 was the original Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, silent film. With a new film filmed with all of us new actors in front of a green screen with props and whatnot in the foreground, and they would blend the two together. So he laid us in the old movie, basically, by digitally taking the old actors out, putting us in. So the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, it's out there on the YouTube for free if you just look at Cabinet of Dr. Caligari 2005.
Okay.
And that was that won awards and everything. It was a great success. David Lee Fisher, same director, called me one day and said, "Would you want to do the same thing with Nosferatu?" Little did he know that was my dream role. Oh my gosh!
It was on
yes.
your vision board.
That was yes. I want to play Count Orlok, aka Nosferatu. That was
so cool.
Yeah.
And how many years after you started your acting career here in La La Land did that actually become a
you're right.
reality?
Nosferatu can become oh gosh, many because it's not out yet. So
Right.
therefore, and I started 33 years ago. So
he got to play his dream role after
33 years. So again, nothing happens overnight. I will stress that again. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, by the time I became known for creature things, and it was like, well, okay, and I get asked all the time, well, is there any kind of a creature character that you haven't played yet that you would love to? And I kept thinking, oh, a classic vampire. But not the pretty ones, because I'm not pretty. So I have to.
The vampire side, yeah.
Right, right. I can't do the Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt thing. I can't do the sparkly Twilight Kids thing. And even old school, Bela Lugosi as Dracula. He still had a sensuality about him that was very attractive. No, Max Schreck as Count Orlok, and he was scraggly and old, and he was a count from the old days. So he had faded, but didn't know he had faded yet. So he was still carrying himself like I'm all that, and he's so not. That's what appealed to me.
So can I ask you? You've played alien, amphibian, animals. How do you stay right? And maybe human? I don't know.
Yeah. I've played a lot of humans. I have played humans.
How do you stay curious, stay motivated? I mean, you're always working, but do you study? How do you study physical? Do you study animals? Do you read all different types?
Depending on the character, yes. Because I have played many animal, man, human hybrids before. I've played many species that are fantasy characters, whether it's an alien from outer space or something from the underworld or whatever. So. Yes, if you're playing something with a nature element in it, like I've played, the faun from Pan's Labyrinth, part goat, part man, part tree. Incorporate all that into one performance. Abe Sapien or the amphibian man from The Shape of Water. That's fish and man in one character. I played 2 kangaroo characters in my life too, both Tank Girl and Warriors of Virtue. Kangaroo man hybrid mutants. Wow. So yes, you can study some.
Take this class.
I know. I'm like, I feel like there's so many different elements. Like I was a dancer my whole life,
right.
And I did different things, and I love watching like kabuki, like all these different types of theater because that really appealed to me.
Right.
And so when I see physical actors, it's very far and few between. It really is.
Here's the thing. I think I want to stress too for actors watching is that. Any act, it doesn't take an animal makeup to make us wake up our whole body.
Right.
Every actor should play their character from head to toe, whether it's a guy in a t-shirt and jeans or if it's a monster with horns and a tail.
Oh my gosh, that's so great! Like from the ground up.
From the ground, we all have to do the full body. It's a full body experience, no matter what we're playing.
I'm sure it's such a naive question, but it must have changed that you've seen so many changes over the years in makeup technology, green screen. How have you? I mean. You just navigate it as you go, but do you have advice for people just working? Like, how did you weather all of the changes?
Yeah,
such a big question.
Well, I never sought out. I'm more passive. I answer the phone and say, and I've had a knack for saying yes to the right things.
That's great. You probably have a ton of opportunities being thrown at you, but knowing what goes with your brand specifically and what your goals are for yourself is really important. And so I feel like. And
what type of art do you want to be a part of?
Well, when you said you're good at saying yes to the right projects. Can you articulate that a little bit?
Well, let me tell you what I say no to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
People assume that when I'm playing creatures that I must love slasher horror films.
Right.
And I don't. So that's the script. The script I get offered daily.
Yeah.
So you're keyed into you want to see the end product. Would I be proud of this?
Right. Is there a redemptive quality? That's my key. Even if it's a dark film, does it have a redemptive quality to it? Is the lead character learn something, grow something? Do we have a nice message out of this? And someone's got to play the bad guy in those scenarios, and that might be me.
What a common element in part of your work. That's such a beautiful
thing. They all have the redemptive quality after them.
Thank you.
You've had the same team for, I'm sure, many years.
Yeah.
Right. So can you elaborate on that a little bit about what the difference is between how you work and versus how many other people may be?
Right, sure. Well, first of all, when it comes to saying yes or no to a project, I often get people that offer me parts or indie films especially, which I still do as many as I can work into my schedule. I'll get those offers directly, whether it's someone who found me at a convention or someone who found me on social media. And then if it's a script that sings to me, if it's a story that I want to help tell, if there is that redemptive quality to it, if it's a character that maybe I haven't played before that's interesting or challenging in some way, or that sings to me, or that I feel something from, or that I want to help tell that character's story, then yes. If it's a director whose work, they can show me some samples of their other work, that short films, anything, web series, anything they've done that looks like, okay, I'm in good hands, right?
Got it.
And what other actors do I get to play with? Do they have anyone else on board that I might be, I would love to work with him or her. That'd be great. If all those elements are together, then they don't have to make me rich, right? That might be a project, if I have time, I'll work it in.
Yeah.
And once that is all in place, then that goes to Manager Bruce. Manager Bruce I've been with him for 25 years now.
Wow.
He was an agent. His agency name was Omnipop Incorporated.
Oh, yeah.
Omnipop is now Omnipop Talent Group. It has been turned into a management company. So he can also now, as a manager, he can also produce, and he can also do things that an agent wasn't allowed to by the state of California.
Wow.
So he's someone that he understands me and my wacky career. He knows how to navigate that. And then we also have Lawyer Phil will get involved if it's a big movie production or a big network show that needs negotiating powers of a lawyer.
Yeah.
I also have publicist Jess, who then on the back end of a project, she'll help me promote it or help me keep me in touch with the studio or the network to do the right kind of PR for that. And then there's, it does take a team.
Yeah.
It takes a village to make a person, to make a one-person career.
Yeah.
And so you've done so many things. Is there some, there must be a few that you haven't done in your life, or types of movies or genres.
Oh, do you want to hear? Okay, this is what no one believes me when I say this. Okay. But here's what I'm dying to do.
Okay.
I want to do Hallmark movies. Yes.
Wait.
Well, redemptive quality.
Yeah, I love the feel goods. Happy endings.
You know what?
Right, fluffy storylines.
If that was on Netflix, I don't think I'd ever leave the bed.
Okay.
Is there a Hallmark?
There's Netflix makes movies that are very Hallmark-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
So what
Exactly.
kind of characers would you like to play?
Okay.
These
I totally know that too.
Okay.
Amphibian? No. Yeah. See, this is the thing, because I just turned 59 years old.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Don't I look amazing?
It was May 24th, right?
So it's because you could put the legs. That's amazing.
It's the legs behind the bed.
That keeps you
You're very kind.
That's
That's what it is. So, honestly, move it or lose it. That's what that's what my wellness coach Steve Atlas tells me. So anyway, but with being this age now and looking ahead, it's like, well, I'm still on Star Trek for a multi-year contract. Once that's done, I'll be in my 60s. And how many more rubber glue applications do I want to go through?
I'm wondering at your level, what is
so
the next?
I already did get to play in a Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movie called The Ultimate Legacy, and I played a butler to Raquel Welch.
Wow.
She was my boss. I know.
I love her.
No.
That's why I would be her mother in real life.
That's what I'm saying. I would too.
Did you have a tray though? Did you have a napkin draped over your arm?
Does she drink coffee and tea?
I was a casual butler. More of a modern day casual butler.
Okay.
So you ask what character I would like to play in the Hallmark world, and that would be the dad of the grown woman who's going through the relationship issue or the career change, and I'll wear my sweater with the reindeer on it and hold a cup of cocoa and give her some really sound advice late at night. You know what I'm saying? And in the family
Do you know how many
kitchen.
Google Doc screenplays you're going to get from people watching out? And by that I mean me.
And I would play several of those roles and that would be the happiest retirement of my life if I could just do that.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Okay, so Burgandi and we know everyone out there watching, want to thank Mr. Doug Jones for joining us.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
And best of luck
for being here.
on your Emmy, hopefully nominations for your stellar work and your career.
Yes, honestly, we are so excited and enthusiastic that you decided to come here and chat with us. You gave us a wealth of information. All of you guys need to just watch this and comment below, subscribe, follow Doug. Doug, where can people find you on social media?
Actor Doug Jones, all run together, no punctuation. Actor Doug Jones on all the socials, Instagram. Great. I'm even on the Tumblr and the Snapchat, Twitter,
I'm not
Facebook.
even on the Tumblr. This guy,
I know.
Okay, so Actor Doug Jones.
Actor Doug Jones.
Across the board.
On everything.
Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you
for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do, for being so inspiring. We're just elated.
Well, thank you for finding me a worthy topic for today's show. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you later.